Yep. Y'all already know who it is. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And man, you see the smile on my face, right? Listen, man. Tonight's game has made me reevaluate things. You know, things were looking overall. When I say reevaluate, I mean like the whole team overall, the future, what it holds. You know, because lately, it's been kind of pessimistic. A lot of trades went down. We weren't sure of the direction of the team. People were, kind of questioning Porzingis coming to the Wizards because he's supposedly always hurt, and was he worth the trade? Is he going to bring something to the table? Things of this nature. Even myself, I didn't know what to expect. I thought they were going to shut Porzingis down for the season and just wait till next season to see what he could do. You know what I mean? So when I heard that he was going to play tonight, I was definitely looking forward to that. You know what I mean? I was definitely looking forward to it. And honestly, I was hoping he would just have a solid game, contribute. I did want to win, you know what I'm saying? But, I didn't expect him to, he hasn't played in a while, you know what I mean? So I didn't expect him to come back and just, like be the leading scorer or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think anything like that. I was just hoping he had a solid game and show some potential. If I was Porzingis tonight, man, when you talk about a debut, want to make a first impression, first impressions means everything type, you know what I mean? I believe in that type of philosophy, you know what I mean? And this first impression of Kristaps Porzingis has me extremely excited for the future of the Washington Wizards. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's just me. Played the Pacers, you know what I mean? They're not a world beater or anything like that, but they are a team that just beat us a couple of weeks ago quite handily in Indiana before the All-Star break. One of those losses that we should have won, you know what I mean? But they just beat us, and we need it. So we know that they can beat us, you know what I mean? So, and they didn't have Malcolm Brogdon last game. He played tonight. Although Lance played last game, didn't play tonight. You know what I mean? So they had some players in and out, stuff like that. You know what I mean? However, man, it's not about the opponent. It's about how we play. You know what I mean? It's about how we execute it. And tonight, man, Porzingis is a difference maker. Like, I've seen him play for New York. I've seen him play in Dallas. But I didn't watch, have my eye on him game in, game out. Similar to, like, Russell Westbrook last season. Like, I watched Russell Westbrook throughout his career. You know what I mean? And I've heard all the, what the media, the pundits have said about him prior to when he came to the Wizards. You know what I mean? But when I actually watched Westbrook game in and game out, no matter what we say, he turns the ball over, which is true. All of the negatives about him, I gained so much respect for him as a basketball player watching him game in and game out, because I see him give it his all every game when he was with the Wizards. Like, he was the leader of the team. Even when he tried to defer, he just couldn't help being the leader of the team. You know what I mean? So, to see Porzingis, hold on. Okay. Yeah, to see Porzingis come in, hasn't played in a while, and me watch him up close. You know what I mean? Like, as a member of the team that I root for, if this is the way that he plays, like, this is what they call him, the unicorn. Like, you know what I'm saying? 7'2", agile, mobile, can hit the three like it's nothing, all net. They call him the unicorn. But I've seen flashes, and I've seen him have great games in the past, especially in New York. But tonight, for a player to not play in weeks, months, I don't know how long he hasn't played, and to come back and fit in so seamlessly, got the start and acted like he was supposed to be there. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, a starter. You can't have me coming off the bench, you know what I'm saying? That's how he played tonight. You know what I mean? So, man, I was extremely excited, man. So, without further ado, man, let's just talk about the game, man. Since we won the game, we won the game. I forgot to say that part. We definitely won the game. So since we won the game, let's start with the things I disliked, man. There were a few things I disliked tonight. You know what I mean? I felt that the Pacers, they scored effectively throughout the night. They put up, 123 points tonight? So that's no, I mean, it's not like they didn't put up any points. You know what I mean? They definitely had a few runs throughout the game. When we had the lead, they managed to come back and even take the lead at times throughout the game. So, that's definitely a problem we've had that's definitely a problem we've had, you know what I'm saying, just holding leads and stuff like that. But fortunately, we were able to keep the lead and get the win, man. So, I'm not going to make too much of a deal about that. But the Pacers did score. They ran their offense well, and they played a good game, you know what I mean? Brogdon, like I said earlier, he came back, and he was effective tonight. He's definitely a quality player. Him and Halliburton in their backcourt is definitely a potent. I don't know if it's a 1-2. I'm not sure if they both started. I don't recall. As a matter of fact, I can look it up real quick. I gotta see this. Let me see. Oh, they did. Brogdon and Halliburton started. So, they both have skills. They both have potential. And they both played decent tonight, man. So, I didn't like that Brogdon had any impact on the game, but he's definitely a quality player, man. We didn't shoot the three-point ball well tonight for the most part. We definitely made the shots we needed to make when we needed to make them in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? But overall, we weren't that good from the line today compared to the last few games, you know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. There was a stretch in the second quarter where we were stagnant, and that's when the Pacers were able to make a run and come back. They were able to score. They had a 17-4 run in the second quarter. They took a double-digit lead, you know what I mean? So for as well as Porzingis started the game, when he went out, and this is another thing I didn't like, when he went out, we let them get back in the game. You know what I mean? We let them get back in the game. So I definitely didn't like us letting up off the gas, if you will. You know what I mean? I didn't like that at all. I felt that we fouled a little bit too much in the first half. You know what I'm saying? They got to the line. The Pacers got to the line so much. So I definitely didn't like that, man. Pataze, never heard of him. And again, there's times throughout the season, or not even just the season, but when the Wizards play, where players that I've never heard of, players that get minimal playing time, but for one reason or another get to play against the Wizards, and they want to come and have career games and stuff like that against us. Players I never heard of. And this guy, Patatze, I think that's his name, went crazy off the bench, man. He had 15 points in the second quarter alone. Oh, how much did he close out with? Patatze, 20 points, 6 rebounds. Perfect, 7 for 7 from the field, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. I mean, he had a perfect game tonight. Perfect. He didn't miss any shots. Never heard of him. So that's a problem right there. Like, these are NBA players, and I understand that, you know what I mean? But you cannot have players that we don't know them. I mean, I guess because they weren't on the scouting report, we didn't know what to do with them. Maybe let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. But regardless of the fact, this type of guy should not have a 20-point game against us. Unacceptable. So I definitely didn't like that, man. The Pacers, last time I checked, they dominated us in the paint. Let me see. Did they end up? I'm not sure if we came back in the points in the paint battle, but I think they did beat us in the points in the paint battle. But they did dominate us. At times it didn't feel like it, but on paper, when you actually looked at it, they had double digits advantage on the points in the paint. So they definitely did a good job, and I didn't like that. And speaking of Halliburton, man, he had a lot of assists tonight. He had 11 assists by the third quarter. He finished the game with 11 assists. So, I mean, now that's the thing I liked in the fourth quarter, that we didn't allow him to get any more assists than the 11 that he got when he got it in the third quarter. So I didn't like him getting 11 assists, by the third quarter, but I definitely like the fact that we didn't let him do anything in the fourth quarter in regards to assisting and getting other players involved for the Pacers. You know what I mean? And that definitely contributed to us winning the game tonight, man. But that's all I didn't like tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know, a very minimal list. You know what I mean? Again, they're an NBA team. You know what I mean? So we got to respect them. But again, I felt that we let them score a little bit too easily at times tonight. So that's the biggest thing I didn't like about tonight's game. But I mean, we got the win. And not only did we get the win, it was a great team win with a bona fide star. A bona fide star. Only because he has an injury history, I don't want to call him a superstar yet, but the talent is there. We have a superstar on our roster in the front court with the potential, well, we know, going to be a max player in the backcourt. It's debatable if he's a one, but if you have a player like Kristaps Porzingis playing the way he plays it, I mean, he was rusty at times. Like, he missed shots that he will make moving forward. He didn't have a perfect... I mean, he had an A+ game. I'm giving him an A+. Let's go there. But he didn't even have his best game. Like, that's the scary part. He didn't have a double-double. He easily could have double-digit assists, man. I mean, rebounds. They didn't even assist. Triple-double. We have a bona fide star in the post, a great player in the backcourt, and then we have a budding three that masquerades as a one at times. Yo, the trajectory of this team today just went to the roof. Like, I was just, you know, we'll just see what next season holds. You know what I mean? Not too excited, not too, you know what I mean? But Porzingis looked crazy good today, man. If he just can stay healthy, we have an elite talent on our front court. Let's talk about the things I like tonight, man. Let's talk about the things I like. And off jump, man, I just love the way we just pushing the pace. I love our offense. If we get a new point guard next season, I mean, I still want Ish Smith, and I don't even mind Neto being there as well. Both of them could be there. But if we get another point guard, a more athletic, a little bigger, play better perimeter defense. I mean, I even like what Sato did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Sato, he's came back, and he's a better player than he was when he left the Wizards. He's a better player. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. He was okay before he left, but he's a much better player now. More confident, much more confident with his shot, with his aggressiveness. He's a better player. So, I mean, I'm still like, we should upgrade at the point guard position. But if we do upgrade at the point guard, we need a fast point guard. We need a point guard with a John Wall, Russell Westbrook type mindset. Because that's when we play our best, when we're pushing the pace, man. So I definitely like us pushing the pace. And what that leads to is us moving the ball effectively and people getting open shots. And all of that will happen tonight, man. So I definitely like that. What more can I say about Kuzma, man? Kuzma is a leader, man. Kuzma just led the team tonight, man. He didn't have the, he wasn't the leading scorer, but he was the second leading scorer. Still had 23 points. But what made me really like his game tonight was he knew he had an elite talent playing next to him. And he balanced deferring versus being aggressive masterfully, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? To that point, he made sure to get Porzingis his first points of the game. Like, he could have took the shot, but instead he made sure to look for Porzingis. He got the assist by looking for Porzingis and got Porzingis comfortable and started him getting hot. And that just makes the game easier for Kuzma because Kuzma can play. He's so talented and so selfless at the same time that that he can play off of a Bradley Beal. He can play off of Porzingis. He understands how to play off players, and I think just him having that experience playing under LeBron James, you could just see the influence because he likes to get his teammates involved. Plus the rebounding, the aggressiveness, the blocking shots. I mean, this is our third best player next season if everything goes according to plan. Man, I'm so gassed right now, man. Like I said, man, Porzingis, I mean not Porzingis. Kuzma did a little bit of everything, man. Scoring, assisting, rebounding, playing defense. Just the things that he's been doing all season. Getting better and better at all three facets. Scoring, assisting, rebounding. Yeah, so I definitely like what I saw. Porzingis, man. What much more can I say about him? You know what I'm saying? All I know is he started the game aggressive early. Like, as soon as he got the ball, he played like he hasn't been hurt. Like, he's been playing. But the truth is, you could tell he couldn't wait to get back on that court. And I admire him for that because, like I said, I thought the Wizards were going to shut him down. You know what I'm saying? But so for him to come back, and we are fighting for a play-in spot. We're 2.5 games back. Coming into the game tonight, we were 2.5 games back. For him to come back, we might make the play and we might not. Just shows that professionalism. Like, he's healthy. He showed that he's healthy tonight, and we just hope that he can stay healthy. He keeps saying that, I haven't played my best. I haven't reached my peak potential yet. And just watching him tonight, I gotta believe that he is not lying. He's just not gassed up and feeling himself and thinking he's better than what he is. You know what I'm saying? And he's only 26 years old. People forget that. I'll be forgetting that because it seems like a long time ago when he was in New York. You know what I'm saying? He's only 26. Playing like that? Man, he scored, rebounded, got to the free throw line, hit threes. I mean, almost logo threes, half court threes. Hit them, nothing but net threes. Like, this brother is talented. 7'3", hitting threes. Like, it ain't nothing. Then he could take you to the post. I mean, this is a player that you dream to get. We do not need to draft a big man. We need to draft a point guard. You know what I'm saying? A true athletic point guard. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We have a big man, yo. We have a big man. You know what I mean? I mean, in my wildest imagination, I was like, it was a good pickup. I was more thinking about, getting rid of Dinwiddie. Speaking of Dinwiddie, you see Dinwiddie in the media crying and all that? We ain't trying. Anyway, man, I don't want to hash on that. You know what I'm saying, man? But I was more happy that we got rid of, players that were bringing the team energy down. You know what I mean? And I felt we got a quality player in return for getting rid of Dinwiddie and Bertans by getting Porzingis. And I was like, it could be a good 1-2 punch. But I did not really realize how talented he was until I saw him close up as a player playing for my team. The way that he made the game easier for the rest of the team. The confidence him being on the court gave the rest of the team. Like, it was like infectious, contagious. Like, and the way he played, he's smiling. He plays like he knows he's nice, which we need. Man, we definitely, if he can stay healthy, we got the better in the trade. No matter how well Dinwiddie is playing in Dallas right now, I would still make that trade in a heartbeat. Even if Dinwiddie was playing as well as he is with Dallas, if he played that well when he was with the Wizards on a consistent basis. Because he had games where he played well. Let's not sit there in front like Dinwiddie didn't have any good games. He just didn't have enough good games, and he didn't have enough good games with Bradley Beal playing next to him. You know what I'm saying? But even if he played as well as he's playing with Dallas right now, I would have still traded him for Porzingis if I knew Porzingis was going to look the way he's looking right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks nice. It's like having a player like that and then having an elite talent like Bradley Beal at the 2 and then having a Kuzma at the 3. Really, as long as you have a dependable point guard that can play defense, that can pass, distribute the ball, hit the open 3, hit the open shot, just make good decisions, don't turn the ball over. He doesn't have to be an elite talent. He just has to be solid. When you have players like that, when you have a Porzingis, a Bradley Beal, a Kuzma, man, I mean, the sky's the limit now. The sky is the limit for us. Unfortunately, we have to wait until next season to really see this team come together the way that I'm imagining it with Porzingis in the paint now. You know what I mean? So There's not much I can say. I mean, he had 10 points and 3 rebounds at halftime, and he ended the game with 25. So he scored 15 points in the second half. You know what I mean? 10 points and 3 rebounds in the first half is a good debut, you know what I mean, for a player that hasn't played in a while. You know what I mean? That's quality. But to come back and have 15 in the second half, plus defensive presence and help us close the game out the way that he did, he was the leader of the game. I would say Kuzma was still the leader because he was selfless. He made sure that Porzingis got his touches, got his got comfortable. Kuzma did that. Kuzma made sure he made sure that Porzingis was the number 1 option, so Kuzma could be an even more effective number 2 option. I mean, masterful, man. I mean, I'm really, really impressed with Kuzma, man. That is a leader. Like, it's like delegating responsibilities. He just delegated the scoring responsibilities for the greater good of the team. I mean, I just love when I see basketball like that. And when you see a legitimate, true top 10 talent, Porzingis is a top 10 talent. The problem with him is health. If he can stay healthy, we got to the free throw line early. We attempted 12 free throws in the first quarter alone. So we were aggressive. And again, Porzingis was part of that because he was drawing fouls immediately. And I just feel like, again, his energy spread to the rest of the team. The rest of the team saw him drawing fouls, and for some reason it made them want to start draw fouls, start wanting to go to the basket and try to, you know what I mean, get to the hole. And if they don't make the shot, they're going to the free throw line. So just a net positive all the way around for Porzingis, from his tangible as well as intangibles. You know what I mean? Just bringing that energy to the rest of the team, man. I definitely like that, man. Ish Smith, man, had a nice game again, man. Neto had a decent game until he got hurt too, but Ish Smith came in, started the second half, ended up with 9 assists, 7 rebounds, just crafty. And again, I think Ish Smith I don't think he's made as big of a jump, in my opinion, as Satoransky did from his first stint with us to now. But even Ish Smith is a better player now than he was last season. Like, I don't know, maybe getting around LaMelo Ball and going against him I don't know what it was, but he's always been a solid backup point guard. You know what I mean? So I don't want to minimize him or anything like that. But I just feel like, man, he's playing even better now. I mean, you know what I mean, just being more effective. Let me say that. He's just more effective, man. So I'm definitely liking that. Yeah. Hold on, Yeah, so definitely like that. We started to get to the basket in the middle of the second quarter. I felt that there were times within the earlier in the second quarter and towards the end of the first quarter where we started settling for shots. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that was really hindering our offense. That led to that scoring drought that I spoke about earlier when I said one of the things I disliked. We were just settling for threes. So I think Coach Unseld called a timeout. They regrouped. And they started to force the issue again and get to the hole. And because of that, they started to draw fouls again. And the offense started to just, open back up and start to move the way that it's supposed to move. We have to attack the rim. You know what I mean? We have to attack the rim in order to maximize all of our weapons. And once we started to do that, we just started to play a much better game. So I definitely like that. KCP tonight, man, he started the second half, third quarter with 5 quick points to just set the tone for the rest of the second half. He ended up with the best, I believe the best plus minus on the team, a plus 16. Kuzma had a plus 21. So he was a second highest plus minus tonight. Solid game, hitting big shots, big threes, not turning the ball over. The team as a whole only had 5 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't over dribbling tonight, passing the ball, getting to his open shot, and playing solid defense, man. So, man, KCP has been playing much, much better these last few games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from him. We eventually took a double-digit lead in the third quarter. It took us a while to get there, but we eventually got to take the double-digit lead in the third quarter. We outscored the Pacers 39-26 in the third quarter. You know what I mean? So that outscoring the Pacers in the third quarter led to us having that double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? We won the game by 9 points. No, we won by 10, so we won by double digits. So again, we just set the tone, especially in the third quarter. You know what I mean? And then in the fourth quarter, we just clamped down. I loved how Unseld rested Porzingis and had him in towards the end of the game. And Porzingis' defensive presence. I mean, I think Anthony Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was asked who's the toughest player to score in the in the post with, like, you know what I mean, go to the rim. Who's the hardest player to score on? And he said Porzingis. And just watching him tonight, especially closing the game, I mean, he's going to be, I'm telling you, if Porzingis played for us earlier in the season, not even too much earlier, but just like within the last 10 games, a lot of those close games that we lost, we would have won with him on the court just with his defensive presence alone. You know what I mean? So, again, man, I can't say enough about how impressed I was with Porzingis tonight, man. I just can't say I can't say enough. You know what I mean? Again, Satoransky, man, great pickup, man. I always like Satoransky. Again, us getting rid of him wasn't because he wasn't a good player. It was just we had to include players in the trade package. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get rid of him. But Satoransky was always solid. But he's back and he's even better. You know what I'm saying? Quite frankly, again, if we can't get it. I don't want to pay big money for a point guard when we have great players. We're about to give $250 million to Bradley Beal, you know what I mean? So I don't see us having enough money to really sign a big-time free agent point guard. You know what I'm saying? Now, they say like a player like Brogdon might be available in the free agency next year. He's a quality point guard. I don't know if he has the pace that we like to play with, but I think he could adapt. And he plays great defense, so he would be a good pickup. Somebody like him would be an upgrade that I would like, you know what I mean? But if we're unable to get a point guard of that caliber, I mean, Satoransky has the size. When Neto got hurt, you slid Satoransky right to the one, and he ran it so smooth. Like, it felt like nothing was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the team still rolled. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that we should just rest on our laurels and just be cool. We should always look to improve the team. But I don't want to spend too much money on a point guard when we have a big point guard and 2 little point guards that push the pace the way we need it pushed. You know what I mean? If we are fortunate enough to get a great point guard in the draft, then that's the route we need to go. We're not going to get a number 1 John Wall type point guard, but if we can get a good size point guard that can develop, not even starting, like he's not going to start as soon as the season starts, but he's going to develop throughout the season, and maybe by his second year he's our starting point guard. Who knows? But that's what we need, because I like, again, our 3-headed monster. The potential they got looks good, and Satoransky, Ish Smith, Neto, them running the point, making sure they get the ball to the key pieces of the team, but the ball movement is still, crisp. We could do very well, man. So I definitely like what Sato did tonight, though, man. Again, Anthony Gill, man, just a professional, man. Came in. The only player that didn't play tonight, surprisingly, was Thomas Bryant. You know what I mean? Gill got in before Bryant didn't get in, so Gill was called off the bench before Bryant tonight, and he rewarded us by hitting some big threes, just giving us some clutch minutes to help us secure the win, man. So again, just having the right mix of players sometimes is what it takes to win in this league. And when you have your 15th man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Your last man on the bench, someone like Anthony Gill, ready to play at all times, and when he gets in, gives us quality minutes almost every time he gets in the game. I mean, you can't say enough about him, man. So I definitely like what he did tonight, man. Man, we had 30 assists, 30 plus assists tonight. So again, 5 turnovers. I mean, that's a ratio that you could win with, that you won every single game. You know what I mean? And we just did that again tonight, man. So again, we're just playing great offense, and just having Porzingis on the floor just stretches the floor, spreads the floor. You know what I mean? So the ball moves even more crisp. When you have a center, 7'2", that can rebound, can play in the post, and can hit the 3 with ease. Like, he could do it all, and that just gives opportunities to the rest of the team, and they all fed off of that tonight. So I definitely like that. And to that end, the biggest thing I liked tonight was the fact that the Wizards had 7 players scoring double figures tonight. And again, Porzingis, it was the catalyst. His presence alone, as well as Kuzma's leadership and his awareness to make sure to get his number one option the ball and make him comfortable and be selfless and be a team player and still manage to get 20 plus points, almost had another double-double tonight. I mean, it was just a beautiful game, man. 7 players in double figures. Gafford coming in, backing up Porzingis. I mean, you know what I mean? And he gives us good minutes, scored 10 points, rebounding, just being the presence that he's been all season in the paint. This team, all of a sudden, I mean, tonight, really, after watching Porzingis, thinking about Bill, thinking about Kuzma, just thinking about just all the young players, Denny, Kispert, Rui, whoever they may bring in next season, whether it's through the draft or free agency. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till next season to see the true potential, man. But if this team could come together, we're going to be a problem, man. We're going to be much, much better than I was anticipating before tonight's game, man. So that goes without saying, man. Porzingis is really a true difference maker. And he's much, much better than I thought he was. And I always thought he was good, but man, he's really an all-star caliber type player. His problem has been health, and we're hoping that he can stay healthy in Washington, D.C., because he could be really a game changer for us, man. That was an impressive first game for any player. You know what I mean? That was an impressive game. So yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. Again, I'm feeling so good about just tonight, as well as looking forward to the next few games, because we still have a chance to make the play-in game. I was bleak after the loss to Atlanta on Friday, but after seeing Porzingis tonight, now I'll have a renewed confidence. I don't know if we're gonna make it. We're still 2 games back. It's still gonna be an uphill climb, but we have like 16, 17 games to play, and anything can happen. We just got to be consistent. We're going to the West Coast. We're about to take a trip. You know what I mean? So we're going to have some big games out west that we need to win. You know what I mean? We just got to win on the road. That's the position that we're in, and we just got to take advantage of it, man. So anyway, man, if y'all like the content, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also find me on the Xbox Series X and S on NBA 2K22. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, great win, feeling good. Wizards fans, we have some optimism. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We just hope there's not a crutch or a wheelchair there too, you know? But nah, all jokes aside, man, great game, man. Looking forward to the next one, man. I hope to see y'all next time. Have a good evening. Enjoy the win. And until next time, man, peace.